So, the burning question remains, do narcissists actually have emotions? Do they even feel anything? I mean, like, if they don't, that doesn't actually make them human. But can a narcissist actually experience any type of emotion? You see, this is what we're going to be talking about in the video. Check this out, because honestly, I actually had to do research on this because I wasn't particularly sure myself. Hello everyone and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about, do narcissists actually experience any type of emotion? Like, can they actually feel anything? Because a lot of us have noticed that actually they do display some sort of emotion. The difference here is, this is what we're going to be discussing in the video. Can you understand or have the emotion? Or is it the fact that you feel the emotion but don't want to show it? So this is a conundrum, like, okay, this is what we're going to explore in the video. But my friends, before we do, just quickly want to jump on here and say that I do go live on this channel every single Tuesday, and if there is anything on your mind, or there's some questions, or there's some things that you are like not too sure about, I'd say come on over to the live, because I will be most probably answering your question. We do have a really supportive and amazing community alongside this live chat, which honestly I am so grateful for. But yeah, please do check out the community tab, because I usually post like topics and more information on the lives. Hope to see you there. Okay, so the burning question, or the kind of like issue at hand here, is, do narcissists actually experience some type of emotion, or do they not feel anything and pretend to actually feel? Okay, what I would say to you is that it's probably both of them and not all of them, or nothing. Okay, so basically the narcissist will feel, but the issue here is that the narcissist is not able to embody and understand this emotion. Okay, what they look for is how this emotion makes other people feel, yet they don't understand the feeling, but what they try to do is mirror the behavior. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so it's a detachment from the actual emotion. They don't feel it. They are able to theorize it, talk about it, which is why they have something called cognitive empathy. Cognitive empathy is where you are able to explain the feeling, but you don't actually feel it. So there is a huge difference in this matter. Okay, so where they can explain to you that, oh, I feel sad, they actually don't embody that emotion. They don't actually feel it. So they are telling you that they are feeling something without actually feeling it. So that's really what's going on here. And the reason for this is that what you have to understand is a narcissist has detached themselves from their emotions. This is a trauma response. This is their way of being in the world. This is their way of understanding the world around them. Okay, literally, they detach because they don't want to feel. Because of obviously traumatic things that have happened to them in their past, this is a response in a bid to be able to protect themselves, or protect their emotions, or protect them in a really stressful situation. And because this has been repeated over time, the narcissist has learned that this is how they have to be. Think about it, like, for example, when you have also experienced something really stressful, something really traumatic, what happens is when this happens over time, you then start to detach, because it's a way of protecting yourself, of not feeling the emotion, because it's too draining, it's too much, it's too awful. And so you try to protect yourself by literally shutting down. And that's what the narcissist has done. They have shut down so that they don't feel. And this is why, when it comes to explaining an emotion, when it comes to feeling something, it's two different, very, very different things, okay? So they don't feel, but they are able to explain it. I think a lot of the times the narcissist will watch how a certain emotion or a certain situation or experience makes you feel or makes other people feel. And then what they try to do is copy or mimic that behavior. It is very odd behavior, but narcissists do this because they don't want anyone to know that they are not the same as them. They don't want to stick out like a sore thumb so you can identify that there's something wrong with them. Usually what a narcissist will do is actually just, copy your behavior, become quite manipulative, because another reason why they are manipulative and controlling is because they want a certain outcome to happen. So if they're manipulating someone, they don't have the skills of empathy, of being able to put themselves in someone else's shoes. So they can't identify or reciprocate empathy, which is why they are able to do such toxic behaviors like the lying, like the cheating, like manipulating, like controlling, because they don't actually get it, that how this is affecting another person. All they are focused on is that they are getting their needs met, that it is making them feel good or it's making them feel a certain way. They're getting their needs met. Well, that's all that matters. Like, they don't care. So ultimately here is that because of these certain aspects, a narcissist is unable to really embody the emotion. And I think I read this somewhere in a scientific article about narcissists, that when a narcissist does feel or does come across a positive emotion, such as joy or happiness, something that's made them laugh, what happens is, even when they experience it, they find it really difficult to process this emotion, to try and understand it, which is why they quickly delve back into their negative and into their toxic behaviors, their ego-based behaviors, because it's something that they don't recognize. They cannot process it, they cannot embody it, so they cannot understand it. So when this is happening, when they can't understand something, it feels uncomfortable, it feels a little bit weird. So going back to the negative is what they do understand, is what they can process. It is what is going on for them. So that is why a narcissist is able to be negative without having a second thought. It's their homeostasis. It's what they are used to. So when you come across and you say to them that you are making me sad or this is upsetting me, a narcissist will thrive on that, because this behavior, them making you feel a certain way, this is what they are used to. This is what happened to them in their childhood. Their needs were unmet, which has caused them to feel lost, to feel not a misunderstanding of their emotions, a misunderstanding or an interpretation of their environment, of other people's behaviors, of other people's reciprocation of emotion towards them. This is what happens. They can't process it in the same way that me or you do. They have different perspectives, which is why they have these toxic and negative behaviors that they display. So when it is making you feel negative, they like this because this is what was done to them. So all they are doing is repeating childhood patterns or repeating behavior. No one came up to them and said, hey, it is wrong for you to do that. No one has ever said that to them, and no one ever will. It is too late for them to learn that, or it's too late for them to adapt those behaviors. This really should have been something that was caught, perhaps maybe, or identified in their childhood, but not anymore. No, my friends, that's it. This is how they are. It is going to be very difficult to change these types of behaviors. It's very difficult for them to start understanding emotions. This is why I kind of like say that therapeutic intervention with a narcissist doesn't really work. And again, this is my opinion, and I know it's not the popular opinion, because I know everyone has their own opinions on whether therapy works for a narcissist or not, but I just believe that it doesn't. I know that within personality disorders, using dialectical behavioral therapy has had some success, actually. So when there is there's motivation for change, when somebody wants to have awareness of their behaviors, then this will change. And usually 9 times out of 10, all right, let's say 8 times out of 10, a narcissist doesn't have a willingness to change. They don't want to change their behaviors because actually it's getting their needs met. So why change something that is actually working for them? They don't want to do that. So these are the things that you kind of like need to consider. So can narcissists experience emotions? Yes, they can, but they don't understand them, they don't process them, they don't embody them in the same way that me or you would. So this is why it makes it a very difficult and challenging aspect of your relationship or a friendship with a narcissist. You see, the thing is, they used to manipulate your emotions to get you to feel a certain way, which then validates the narcissist. That's really what's happening here. That's why they do it. It's a manipulation, because it gets them to know that you have emotions, leaves you vulnerable, which makes you more malleable to control. Yeah, my friends, that's what's going on here. So if you are someone that is going through this or wants some more understanding on this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box for more details. Also, watch this video if you want to learn a little bit more about emotions and how the narcissist is able to manipulate and trick you into submission. Also, I do have a Discord server, which is a community of like-minded individuals, people who may have gone through the same things that you have. And if you want to connect with them, I'd say come on over, join the Discord server. Absolutely free, my friends. It's absolutely free. So I'd love to see you there. Please see the link in the description box. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.